Welcome back and welcome to Preview Mode. In this video, we'll cover how to make the most of Preview, device support, and Fliplet Viewer. Now that we know how to build an app and have explored the different edit options, the time has definitely come to preview how our app might look. I even recommend doing this each time you build a new feature to ensure that it works correctly, as it's super easy to toggle between the two views and test out your features. Testing as you go along limits the number of errors that are likely to occur, but if you're on a roll, I totally get it. Testing might not be top of your mind. When you're done, simply switch into preview mode and start going through your app screen by screen. You can do this from the main menu page by clicking on all the menu links, which you should do to ensure that they work, or you can view each screen individually by selecting them from the screen area on the left-hand side. It's good to have a separate document open or a good old pen and paper just to take down some notes on errors, overall flow of the app through the screens, and any improvements you might be wondering about. Also, when testing your app, you should be sure to click on every single button, link, image, etc. inside the previewer to ensure that the end user won't run into any errors. You can also see down here what time the screen was last edited, so if you haven't made any changes since the last time you tested, chances are that nothing has changed in your app, but it's always a good idea to test just in case. In terms of device support, you should always preview each screen of your app using the device preview of every single device that you'll be using it on, just to make sure nothing looks wonky or hasn't translated well into a particular device resolution. You can see all of the available devices here. So we're currently in the iPhone X. Let's switch to the iPhone 7. All Fliplet apps are responsive in that the content expands and contracts based on which view you're looking at it from. For example, something might still look off on the web if you have only uploaded an image resolution size that looks good on mobile. So you want to test it on both options if the user is going to be using your app on both options. Always good to check these things out. It's also fairly easy to narrow down which devices to preview on, as we provide a handy list for the mobile, tablet, and web options over here. And if your app will only be available on iOS, for example, because that's the device your company provides, you've now just narrowed down your testing window to these options up here. You can view our documentation on supported devices by clicking this link down here at the bottom of the device previewer window to learn more. This will show you, what we should do on web, what we should do on tablet, and what we should do on mobile to ensure that testing goes as seamlessly as possible. We also always recommend using the preview function on your browser with the most up-to-date version of Google Chrome, but if you don't use Chrome, that's okay. Just make sure your browser is up-to-date so that it works seamlessly. You'll probably have noticed over here on the right-hand side of my screen that there's a reminder to download and test in Fliplet Viewer. Simply search for Fliplet Viewer in the App or Play Store, download it to your device, and log in with your Fliplet credentials to test. As long as the most up-to-date version of your app is saved in Fliplet, you'll be able to view and interact with the updates in real time on your mobile device. One major benefit to viewing the app through Fliplet Viewer is that you'll be able to see the transitions and animations the way they were designed on your mobile device. Inherently, they just look a bit different on the computer, so you want to test them out there. Additionally, if your app's already live and launched in the public app stores, this is a way to preview the updates before sending them live to your users. Most app users are pretty keen to let you know if there's a bug in your update, but just to keep everyone happy, you should test the updates first. So when you click to download Fliplet Viewer, a handy little instruction guide pops up, along with a link to our blog post down here. And these outline the key stages of mobile app testing. So you'll see that this video just covers mostly the first stages of testing, since we're only using Fliplet Viewer and we haven't launched the app to anyone yet, let alone any users, but that's okay. Test away on your own and let us know how it goes.